Today we're going to talk about beans. Now the UK has got a great climate for growing beans. All different varieties, they come in different shapes, different colours. Some are better to actually dry out and allow the bean to fully form and then you use the bean. Others, the pod and the bean itself is perfectly edible and delicious. This is the runner bean, really popular variety, you've definitely seen it before. My dad used to grow these and I remember used to pick them straight and eat them raw. Turns out they're mildly toxic and you have to cook them to destroy the toxin, so don't do that. I'm going to show you a really great recipe, a way that really enhances the flavour and shows them off at their best. A really popular way of using up runner beans is just to chop them up, chuck them in a casserole or a stew. When you sort of slow cook them down, they go really sweet, the texture is really nice and soft. The problem with slow cooking beans in particular is that you do lose a bit of the texture, which is one of the best things about beans. So to counter that, today we're going to griddle them. And what that does, it retains the texture, the crunch, the best thing about the bean, and also the natural sweetness and flavours will be intensified through the caramelisation process. So the first thing you need to do when you're prepping your beans is to take the strings off either side. You can just snap off the end and hope to peel the string off in one go. The problem with that is if it snaps, it can be a real fidget to try and get the last bit out. So grab yourself a peeler and just peel down the length of the bean. I've destrung the beans, cut them into roughly a third, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Do not put too much oil on because you don't want any sort of splashing in the griddle pan. I'm going to add them to the nice hot griddle pan and griddle them until they're nicely blistered. Griddle pans are great. It's a really easy way to get that nice sort of smoky flavour into your vegetables from your own kitchen so you don't have to light the barbecue. You get these nice dark little lines which really add a ton of flavour to what you're trying to cook. You want the little grill marks, so it's important not to move them too much. Just let them really sear and then move them. You often see people sort of pressing down their stuff into the griddle pan. Now you shouldn't do this because what you actually want is you want the ridges to be the only thing in contact with the vegetable. If you kind of push them down, you're defeating the point. You might as well just have a hot frying pan because then all the surface area of the vegetable is touching hot metal, so it'll all char. So don't push it down. When your beans are almost ready, you want to get your dressing prepared. This is a really easy one. I've got about half a tablespoon of tahini and maybe the same again of honey. You can use agave if you don't like honey. Get it in. Now the tahini can be quite thick, so you can use a mixer for this, but I quite like it a bit thicker, so I'm just going to use it in the bowl. Add a little splash of water, give it a little stir. Once you've mixed it a little bit, get your beans in. Just give your beans a solid coat in the dressing, and then grab your plate, and then really simple, just get them on the plate really. And then to finish, just give it a squeeze of lemon. So I put this on the griddle pan too. And the same as the beans, the caramelisation just enhances the sweetness and gives it that nice smoky edge. Squeeze that on, and then you've got a delicious little side dish. So there we go, a really delicious way of cooking runner beans. Thanks for watching, really hope you enjoyed that. If there's any other vegetable you'd like to see us talk about, cook or prepare, then let us know in the comment section below. Hit the notification bell and stay tuned for more weekly videos.